Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where it's the 11th of October 2023 and vertical construction is now well underway on Hyperia, the new roller coaster opening at Thorpe Park in 2024. As you've just seen, Mack Rides are now on site and construction is well underway on this huge new ride opening at Thorpe Park. And yeah, today we made our way down to the park to have a look at the latest construction, and in this video I'm going to share all of the footage that I captured today, including the 3 pieces of track that have now gone into place for Hyperia. Look at that. When we arrived down at the park this afternoon, 2 sections were already installed and they were in the process of putting in that 3rd section. Yeah, 3 pieces that have gone in today, along with more supports. Now, Hyperia went vertical just a few days ago, and already there's over 20 supports that have been installed across the site, and now, as of the 11th of October, 3 pieces of track as well. And yeah, look at this. It does look absolutely fantastic. Here's a bit of an overview of some of the other supports that have gone into place. And yeah, they're starting off down the far back of the site, the far kind of part of the layout for Hyperia, and that involves the twisted outer bank dive and also as well some of the other elements that will make up the UK's tallest roller coaster at 236 feet. I'm loving the colour scheme of this, and also Mack Rides is one of my favourite manufacturers, so just to see Mack again here in the UK creating another fantastic coaster really is brilliant to see. And yeah, there's been a lot of groundwork taking place throughout the whole of 2023, so it's amazing to finally see the project go vertical. And heading down there today, we didn't know the track was going in, but of course we had a bit of a feeling after yesterday's track being delivered onto the actual site itself from the storage area round by the Swarm. And yeah, look at this. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? You can also see there's a couple of other track sections. One of those actually gets moved a little bit later in the clips for you all here. But yeah, as you can see, they're ready to go into place probably tomorrow on some of the other lower sections for the ride. So yeah, just a bit of a recap for the colour scheme for those of you that don't know. It's got this gold colour scheme with the lower sections, and as it gets higher it will be white. And yeah, it looks like from the plans there's going to be kind of a slow transition between the 2 colours, similar to Stealth that can also be found at Thorpe Park. Yeah, here's a bit of a zoom in. It's that piece of track there, and of course the teams making sure that it was all fastened in correctly, bolting it in. And yeah, it took them about 45 minutes to put this piece of track into place. As soon as we arrived down there, they literally just finished lowering it down and we're starting to bolt it in, and you can see the awesome construction crews there making sure that it's all lined up perfectly with the supports that have gone into place. And in just a moment you're going to see that from a different angle to really give you an idea on the gradient of that. There we go. So yeah, it looks a lot steeper, doesn't it, at first when you see it from down there at the front, but then you look at it from a side angle, you realise it's not quite as steep there as you might expect. And yeah, at this part they were literally lowering it in. You can see the gap just there between the support column and also the track, and just lining it up perfectly just to make sure, of course, that it's going to be exactly how it needs to go. And yeah, that's the thing. It's like a big kind of Lego set with something like this, but millions and millions of pounds at stake. It's got to be done right. But I tell you what, just to see it already starting to rise up into the air is amazing to see. In this clip just here, you can see another close-up at another section of lower track from Mack Rides. And this is the part now, about 15 minutes after the previous clip, where they've got it lined up perfectly there now. And you can just see the construction teams putting all the bolts in there and making sure that it's all fastened together as it needs to be. There we go. You can see the big bolt that's through there. And yeah, just using the hammer to put it into place and make sure that's all secure. But so yeah, comment down below, let us know your thoughts on the colour scheme. I think it looks fantastic. I do really like the gold, and like we said previously when it was the name reveal for Hyperia last week, it's nice to have a brighter theme for a ride like this. I'm loving everything we're seeing so far in terms of the theme, and already we're starting to see it rise up. You get some great views from outside the park. This footage has been taken from Monk's Walk, which is a public footpath that runs alongside the park. And yeah, we're going to see a lot of footage from down there over winter because, yeah, you know, the views of it you can get from outside the park are phenomenal. Look at that, using his hand there to make sure the bolt's all screwed in. Brilliant to see. Here's another look then at them other supports. Again, all the supports down this bottom end are kind of for like the mid portion of the ride, the twisted outer bank dive, and also the latter part of the layout as well before you come down to the brake run. They're working the furthest away from the station at the moment just here. Again, using some machinery there just to make sure that's all nice and tight. And yeah, this is the same construction crew that were working up on Nemesis at Alton Towers that are actually down here now working on Hyperia at Thorpe Park. So it was interesting to see a few familiar faces that were doing a brilliant job, of course, building Nemesis at Alton Towers, now down here working on Hyperia. But yeah, there's a bit of a zoom in again, looking at the track for you all. I just wanted to capture as much footage as I could do because it's a momentous occasion. The 11th of October 2023, the first pieces of track going into place, and literally just a few days after those first supports. They only went in on Monday, and obviously that's only a few days ago. Amazing to see just how quick the work in. And in terms of a time frame for this, I really think we're going to be seeing a lot more progress over the next few weeks. Normally when they start with installing the steel, it does mean we're going to continue to see this now every few days, and imagine we're going to be seeing the skyline change at Thorpe Park. This was the part where that piece was in now. They were taking off all the kind of fasteners there that helped lift it into place. And yeah, about 10 minutes later, they started to move another track section. It was good to see this up in the air. We thought, oh, maybe this was going to be getting installed today. However, it wasn't because the crane was packed up shortly after this. However, you can see the team there just lowering it down. We get a nice zoomed close-up look at the track just there. I do love Mack Rides track, and that's the thing with Mack. They are a brilliant manufacturer from Germany, and yeah, they've produced some of the best coasters out there in the world, and it's the build quality as well from a Mack coaster. Just being there on the first day when pieces of the track started going up, momentous occasion. This is going to be standing for what, 30, 40, maybe even more years than that. So just to be here and seeing it be fastened into place truly was an iconic moment. And yeah, you can see him just putting his hand up there to say, stop lowering it down. And yeah, that's ready to go into place probably tomorrow. We've got them other couple of sections on site. They've moved them next to some of them other lower supports. So I'd imagine we're going to be seeing them go into place probably tomorrow. But you can see all the other supports that have gone into place there. Another zoom in. And yeah, just overall, it's going to be really impressive just to see this rising up. And already you get an idea, you know, on just how big of a beast Hyperia is going to be. These are all the lower sections, and already like it's looking like the similar sort of size to the back sections of Saw. So yeah, it gives you an idea on how much of a monster this is going to be. Also note the track kind of stops in with the tree line there, which makes me think that the next section of track from that is probably going to be that transition from gold into white there too. But yeah, just another zoom in there looking at all of them supports and how it's all going to rise up over Thorpe Park. And yeah, work's continuing now on the station as well, as we can see there, and also the foundations for the maintenance area too. But there we go. Thanks for joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide for another Hyperia update. We'll have more updates coming up here on the channel, so of course stay tuned for those. And yeah, look forward to seeing it in a couple of weeks' time when we're on the way back from our Europe trip. They're the next vlogs coming up. Stay tuned for those on the channel. And as always, we'll bring you all the latest from Hyperia throughout winter as well. But there we go. Thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide. And that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.